So you've got here side hustle exposures.
Yeah.
So when you talk about a side hustle, are you talking about something you do for an income, like you've got an Etsy shop in your basement, or you're mowing lawns for people, or what's
Yeah. Yeah. And
yeah,
also I'm thinking like the Uber Eats
sure.
or the door dashing or whatever, because what we need to be remembering is that our personal auto only covers us for when we're driving our car for personal issues. Business issues are not covered. And for that, you would need to have the either a commercial auto policy or a um, endorsement. I know some carriers offer an endorsement now for light use of the auto for a side hustle. So, and what the insured should be doing, hopefully, is keeping mileage logs or at least time logs when they're logged on to Uber or DoorDash or Lyft or whatever.
I think that's pretty automated in their apps systems. But um, is it an assumption of mine that's correct that that carriers are offering endorsements on a personal auto policy for um, DoorDash and things like that?
I have seen a few of them. Yeah, they're
Uber.
very, very limited for liability, and it's mostly liability. I don't think I've ever seen coverage for collision in that particular instance, but it's very limited. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to guess at the type of thing. Um,
Well, another
limit.
a similar topic that we could probably do a whole episode on
Mm.
is the Airbnb and Verbo
Mm-hmm.
rentals. So those companies actually set up additional liability coverage for their customers to
Yes.
protect the owner of the property, in addition to whatever liability insurance they may already have. Do you know if DoorDash or Uber Eats offer another coverage
They do.
protection? They do. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, they do. I have never seen one of their policies. And by the way, you know that Bill and I are coverage nerds. So if you have, redact the information. I don't need to know who it is, but send me the policy. I'd love to see it. I I I read insurance policies for fun. Sad, sad state of affairs. Anyway, yeah,
Well,
so
we've seen the Airbnb and Verbo policies that are issued by a national carrier, and we actually deal with them all the time.
oh cool.
But we don't.
How are those done? Who's primary? I guess the whoever like the Airbnb or the Verbo or whatever is the primary.
Yeah, so there's two different versions depending on who depending on what the rental vendor, if you want, whatever you call them, is, and one is uh, one functions as primary, and it will say that your homeowner's policy is excess only. We're primary,
Mhm.
and that makes it easy.
Yeah.
The other form that they have contains a really complex language about other insurance and what generally happens because most policies will say that they're excess over any other
Mhm.
policy. This one does too, but it also says some other things just in case for different coverage scenarios. But basically, you've got two forms that are mutually repugnant, so you wind up
Doing like a pro rata, wouldn't
pro
you?
rata, equal
Mhm.
share
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Hmm.
Um, but it's but the language in their policy, I think it says they'll only revert to 50/50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if the rental policy is $1 million and you have $500,000 in coverage, you would think that they would pay two-thirds of the loss and you'd pay a third.
Hmm.
But I think the way the language in that policy is written is that they share, that
Oh,
they're both co-primary, I think is the way it's written.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. That is kind of like what I thought it would be.
Mhm.
Is that I know for DoorDash and Uber and Lyft, they do have their own policies that would cover you strictly when you are driving for them. So that is another reason why the adjusters need to obtain a recorded statement because we need to find out exactly when that loss happened. Were you on the clock? Were you not on the clock? Was the house being rented? Was it not being rented? That sort of deal. So we know which policy would respond.